Hi, beautiful friends. It's us again. So today, another thing that we have really felt passionate about and I really want to talk about with all of you is how does a medical provider treat my skin concerns, my aesthetic concerns differently than my esthetician? And I think it's really important because you will find a lot of dermatologists, a lot of plastic surgeons, nurses, nurse practitioners. We work hand in hand very closely with estheticians, specifically estheticians who really specialize in medicinal grade aesthetic medicine or medicinal skincare. And my perspective on this is very, very different from a good licensed, well-educated esthetician. So I like to talk about this because a lot of times my patients, they believe everything I say and they will do everything I say. And then they'll come to me and they're like, wanting me to fix an issue that maybe really isn't my forte. You know, if you want Botox, I'm your girl. You want some filler, I'm your girl. You want a medical procedure, whether that's, you know, a biostimulator, maybe a laser, something like that, I'm your girl. But when we're talking your 15-year-old who's had chronic, really bad cystic, possibly going to scar acne, I might not be your girl, and you might have been to your doctor, your dermatologist, and tried all these things and not had any relief. So I really think it's important to talk about the different ways we view skincare and why they work well together and how we might need a collaborative approach to your skin health. I kind of view it like as my background being in urgent care and emergency medicine. If I would see a patient and they would come in and they would have, you know, some sort of a GI or a stomach issue, it wasn't emergent, it wasn't urgent, so I got rid of all of those things, but it's still an issue for them. They're still having this pain, they're still having these symptoms. What do I need to do? I need to send them back to their primary care doctor. Maybe we need to send them to a GI specialist, and we all work together in a collaboration to get to where we need to be. And maybe the GI doctor also brings in a dietitian or an endocrinologist or a multitude of other specialties. Or if you fall and you sprain your ankle, I might splint you, or if you break it, cast you. But am I gonna send you to an orthopedic doctor? Yes. Is the orthopedic doctor maybe then gonna send you to a physical therapist? Yes. So just because I maybe have different letters behind my name, we all have to work together very, very closely to get the optimal, best result for you. So I brought Kate again, my little skin guru, my hidden gem, and we're gonna talk about when we do an assessment when a patient comes in with a problem, how we both view it a little bit differently, just so you guys get kind of both sides of that thought process. So Kate, one I think that we get a lot of is acne, whether it's like adult onset acne. I think a lot of our patients come in and they are embarrassed and they're upset and they're horrified because they're 35, 40 years old, they've never had acne, and now they're breaking out like crazy. And you know, my mind always jumps to hormones. Oh my gosh, you're 35 years old and you're having new acne that you've never had before. So we need to figure out these hormonal issues. Maybe we put you on birth control because you never had it when you were on birth control. So maybe we automatically jump to birth control. Well, is that really the best thing for you? Is that really what you want to do? Do we need to jump to the big guns right away, or are there other things that we can do? So if I come in and I tell you, know, Kate, I'm 34, shh, don't tell. I have acne and I've never had acne in the past. What is your assessment going to look like? What's your mind going to go to?
So first, my mind goes to what are we using at home for skincare first, because sometimes we can use a cleanser that we see on the shelf or a cleanser that we see an influencer using online, or
I saw it on TikTok.
TikTok
told me to do it.
That might not be good for your specific skin type. So it could be working against you. You could be wanting to fix fine lines and wrinkles, and this is actually clogging your pores. So we have to find the right cleanser for you first. Are you exfoliating? Sometimes we over-exfoliate. When we over-exfoliate, we just are stripping things that we shouldn't be stripping, and our skin is like, help me.
Help is on the way, dear.
Yes.
And then you're like, you can overproduce. Lots of things can occur. Yeah.
Yep. So that is, I guess, my first thing is always asking about what are you using at home? Again, pillowcases. Are you keeping your hair tied up? Lots of oil from shampoos and conditioners, or sweat, or that kind of thing. Is anything new in your diet? Dairy is a huge trigger for acne. Gluten intolerance is lots of things that we kind of go over together. Just, it's nothing embarrassing. I feel like it's just all the things that I need to know so that I can help you the right way. Another thing we can always talk about is treatments. So I always say skincare products are about 80% of your home care is about 80% of what your skin looks like. So 20% is what I do in the treatment room, whether that's getting a hydrofacial or a chemical peel or, just a corrective facial just to correct what's going on right now.
I love it. The other thing I think we hear a lot of with some of our clients is appearance of aging, so appearance of damage, whether we don't know what the root cause of that is necessarily, but I come in and I tell you, gosh, Kate, I have all these fine lines and I just want to get rid of them. I have all of these spots. I have this redness. And yet again, my mind is gonna immediately jump to, girl, I will Botox you. We will laser those pigment spots. Maybe you need a biostimulator or something like a Sculptra, and I inject you with it, and then it stimulates your fibroblast cells again to start producing all that collagen and elastin. So I'm gonna jump to the big guns immediately. Yes, I'm still gonna want you to do home care because like Kate said, I will tell you this, I will be very frank with you. I can put all of this in your face, but if you don't do anything at home, if you're still gonna go and you're gonna go in the tanning bed, your muffs, Kate, tanning bed twice a week. I know she's crying. For 20 minutes and you're never gonna wear SPF, you are breaking down and undoing every single thing that I am doing. And that's just the bottom line truth. It's like when you go to the gym and you do a great workout and you leave and you feel so good. And then you're like, but that pizza sounds delicious. So I'm just gonna eat a whole pizza because I earned it and I worked out. Yep. Well, yeah, but then you just undid a lot of that work that could have been gone to other areas. So yeah, definitely pigment issues, fine lines, texture, that tends to be one we get a lot of. So what does it look like for you? When I come in and I say, gosh, like I have so much redness or I have all these spots, fine lines, what are you looking at?
Again, I'm looking at what are you using at home. I think that is really the root. What have you done in the past? I feel like now people are trying to undo the I'm an 80s sunchild stage. Too. So, and that's awesome. I think that's great.
I played with my Playboy bunny sticker.
You're putting yourself first. I think that's great. Yes, that. But we really need to address what we can do. I think those are things more that hydrofacial or a chemical peel can really address too, along with laser, along with microneedling. I feel like getting those things like in the breakthrough stages are really going to help boost the results and make them faster, help them come faster.
That's what we all want. Yep. Instantaneous gratification. Yep. So I just think it's really important people know when you find a good aesthetic provider, that is half the battle, but make sure your aesthetic provider also comes with, we're like a package deal. It's like a 2-for-1 special, or they can refer you to a good licensed, educated, experienced esthetician too, because they're gonna have a completely different treatment plan than we do. And that's something I think we work really hard at, is making sure all of our patients really get that whole holistic experience. So when we break it down, we will do a whole skincare assessment on a patient and a whole aesthetic medicine assessment on a patient. And then we can talk about what do we do when, and budgetary constraints and time constraints, and I have a big event coming up. And so maybe you don't want to get Sculptra or a really vicious chemical peel 3 days before a big event. And we can help you do that, and so can your provider wherever you may be. So it's just important to look for, and that's what we're here for.
Absolutely.
So we will see you later. Thank you guys. Thanks, Kate, for coming and helping us.